united by our love of casting multicolored spells.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm revisiting Aragorn the Uniter. Aragorn cares about the colors of spells that you cast, giving you 3 damage to your opponent's face if you cast a red spell. Green spell lets you put +4/+4 on one of your creatures until end of turn. White gets you another creature, a little 1/1 human token, and blue allows you to scry 2. Now that means that spells that have lots of colors in their casting costs are really great with Aragorn. But the 2 best colors are definitely red and green, at least when it comes to 1v1, where you're trying to get damage through and end the game quickly by casting just a couple spells, buffing up Aragorn or a similar mana dork, and then swinging in for a lot of damage. In this deck, I have a lot of turn 1 things that are just good to help us get Aragorn out a little early. Same with turn 2, we have a little bit more of the mana dork, so you can see the mono green stuff. I have a bit that can help protect Aragorn the Uniter. And then we have Gruul, and, well, a little bit of Boros spells here. Boros is the second color combination that I really like in this deck because it still does the damage. And a lot of Boros spells are really great and aggressive, like Flage, Anim Pakal, Tajik, and the other Tajik, Legion's Valor. I think this deck is real fun because you get to cast a lot of colors of spells and have explosive turns. And your opponent will learn quickly that they need to kill Aragorn or they will die. So we're going to take him into the queue and we're going to cast spells of many colors. Oh, first game's a mirror match. Hi there, Aragorn the Uniter. I actually have, like, a bit of protection, some very good aggro, ramp, and then many colors. This is also ramp. A Back Alley Gardener is one of those spells that helps you get more lands as you get more creatures into play. But I'm a big fan of, like, getting down the Ajani early, because this card is good. I like that we also have the pets of a rock and a beach ball. Just the queens of inanimate objects. Or, I'm sorry, Dwayne is very alive. Yes, very alive. Bring out that Ketria Triumph, since it always comes in tapped. Ooh, big Gruul. Protection? Wait, I was gonna play protection. I think I want white, green. With the hand I currently have. Maybe I should go for Johnny instead. He's just so good. Meow. You kill this kitty? This kitty flips over. I could swing in here, just like hoping that they block. Sure, why not? Cat, go! Ah, damage has been dealt. Rather than ramp to set up for Aragorn, I'm gonna play a little monkey. Black Market Tycoon, also in our deck, helps you even more mana for your Aragorn. And right now they already have mana to cast their commander. And they have protection for their commander. And they have up to 1 mana. If they would like 1 mana. This might seem a little strange. But I'm gonna give this protection from creatures. Getting rid of that protection in order to steal. Ooh, Avacyn's Pilgrim! Perfect! I'll get out this mana before I start my my Aragorn ramping. I'd say the spell I'm probably most worried about from this turn right here is something like Deafening Clarion, which would just blast all of my creatures. I thought about putting Deafening Clarion in this deck, too. Ooh, making another treasure. That gives them 7 mana? Oh, and the Great Henge! Okay, who's getting buffed up? Aragorn, you should attack in. I have a kitty cat here who really wants to die. I mean, like, I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm not saying anything about killing your brother, but, I do really want to kill your brother. Jarsel. Do they cast any 1-mana spells? I don't think so. I also have Jarsel in my deck. I figured that, like, that way, if our 1-mana spells end up in the graveyard, they get recast. Feels good. And right now, they don't have any way to give Aragorn trample. No! They killed a Johnny before we could kill his brother. Dang. Well, Giver of Runes could give protection from white, forcing me to block with one of these instead. Or they could give it protection from green to try and get me to block this. Oh, no. I see what they're doing. They're recasting the lightning bolt from their graveyard. I forgot that they cast that. Yeah, that's a ton of damage. And I'm dead. Hey, remember how this deck's really explosive? They just did it first. GG. Tatiova Benthic Druid. Tatiova is a Simic landfall commander, drawing you cards and gaining you life whenever land enters the battlefield. And they typically do have some counterspells, so I'm very, very happy to see a Delighted Halfling in my opening hand. I'm actually going to use this to just grab Breeding Pool. Breeding Pool gets me Delighted Halfling, and now all of my colors are represented between the lands in my hand and this teeny tiny hobbit. Also, I guess, like, Scrap Gorger. Sure. I could play Arwen here, too. She helps protect Aragorn, but that's less important against something like Tatiova, where they're not using that many fight and destroy effects. It's typically more like Frogifies and Cyclonic Rifts to set you back. Just manually tapping, don't mind me. And this Armored Scrap Gorger might be able to exile something from their graveyard if they're planning on replaying lands from the graveyard, which, well, they're probably going to do that anyway. Roiling Regrowth, though, this is just going to tap their lands to get them more lands. I'll just eat one of these up now. Yum, 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 yum. Delicious land. Ooh, Uro. I'll start with Uro. Beefing up Aragorn. Ooh, Ruby. Yeah. Ruby's great for chaining together Gruul spells because she immediately taps for more Gruul mana. So, like, here she is. We'll munch up another land from their graveyard. And this also gets some damage right on their face. I should have played the Aganjo first. This is fine. Damage, damage, numbers, 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 and it's lethal. GG. Birgi, god of storytelling, almost certainly a storm commander. Birgi makes mana whenever you cast spells and lets you hold on to that mana until the end of the turn. This means that you can cast spells, get more mana to cast more spells to get more mana, usually culminating in something like Grape Shot. Lots of cantrips and a Grape Shot. I have some fetch lands. Wow, these are all fetch lands. I didn't even notice that when I was looking at the hand. I was just like, I have all my colors. That's so nice. Wooded Foothills. Saying hey. Hey! I got a Triome to start, since I'm not doing anything on turn 1. Just one with white in it. Maybe the Jetmir's Garden. Yeah, I like Jetmir's Garden here. Oh. I'll play the basic. Bracketeer Boss, I do have 2 creatures in hand, so I am going to give both of them the ability to enter the battlefield and make a treasure. That's just like a way to keep casting spells. That's kind of like I'm storming too. Aragorn Storm is also a version of Aragorn I've seen before. Because you just cast red spells that draw you harder green spells and you just keep buffing stuff up. If you make enough mana that you keep doing it, well, it does work. It's just hard. Oh, Faithless Looting. They're gonna really fill up the graveyard, but they kept whatever card was on top as part of the Surveil. Aerostorm. Dropping 2 lands. Misty Rain Forest. Gonna grab something with blue in it. How about blue-red? I love shocking. Oh, what a shock. Tajik, Legion's Edge. Not just a good multicolored spell, but also a spell that works really nicely with, like, buffing up Aragorn's damage so you can mentor more. Also has the benefit of preventing non-combat damage, so against a burn sort of deck, can be quite good. So March of Reckless Joy, they exile a Ryle and a Skirk Prospector. This is ramp. This is a cantrip. But it's a cantrip that currently kills this, so they wouldn't want to cast it here. If they can get, like, Birgi out first, that's probably better. A shapeshifter called Faceless Looting. There was a Faceless something in, oh, they undid that. Faceless something in the first batch of alchemy cards, and I can't remember what it was called. Oh no, the Garblin! They don't draw the card if I do this. This is forced to attack, which means they can't block. Land. Crack it open. Mountain? Just a plain old mountain? I've shocked in enough things. Have an Aragorn. This is an extremely dead god. Like, they were gonna kill the goblin? No, no, no. I'm going to kill the goblin. Neospace Emperor, thank you so much for the 2-month resub. Saying good game. Good game. We're about to do so much damage. Omnath, Locust of Rage, a landfall commander that's making elementals, and whenever an elemental dies, they deal 3 damage to any target. Omnath is looking to get as many lands in play as possible early in the game, which, well, means typically that they're also playing big, you know, Gruul ramp payoff. Whether it's a Tali or anything like that, you can play it in an Omnath deck, as well as lots of other landfall cards. I have no red mana here, but I think that's fine. I got green mana. And if we have green mana, maybe we can make other colors of mana. Seachrome Coast, Arcane Signet, and now I have red mana. I also have a Wash Away or Swords to Plowshares, though they're probably not casting anything from outside of hand. Oh, a goblin! Get it out of here! Get it out of here! It's giving them discounts. We can't let that happen. No discounts. I say with the exact same goblin in my hand. It's a good goblin. They could kill Aragorn in red, but it's gonna take like a big spell to do it, so I don't think they have it. No, Doug Dim a discount. Not today. Not right now. I think they could play Omnath next turn, but we have the cheeky 1-mana counter spell. It scries too if we have Aragorn in play. Yay! I mean, yay for me, not for them. Hate to tumble down. Cool. A Garblin. Buff it up. A Fanatic of Ronus. Buff it up. And swing for 13. Aragorn's a very good card. Yes. Yes, he is. So I think if I didn't play Fanatic of Ronas and held up like the full wash away, that would also be good because, I was about to say, they could play their other Gruul ramp payoff. So I kind of walk right into that, but it's fine. Good job, Koglin Yadaro. You're a very good monkey. And turtle. Dinosaur. Kind of all of it. Yeah. Having a lot of green mana, not so helpful. Having a wash away, very helpful. Ooh, a Flage and a Pilgrim. Drop the Pilgrim, keep the Flage. I mean, already I'm pretty sure I'm just going to do the Colossus for the win. But I only have one red source. Lots of green, though. One elf, please. Beef it up. We can go to combat. Attack in. Goblin, you can go in too. They do have a food here. And make my monsters grow! That's 3 damage to face, negating that food. And now Aragorn is the 17. 5. 15. I know math. Number. Yes, number. GG. Loot. The key to everything. Loot's in a lot of the same colors as us. In fact, you could put loot into this deck. I think this hand's okay. It has a little bit of ramp. It has some cool protection. It doesn't have anything on turn 1. That's okay. We'll play a land that comes in tapped on turn 1. Oh, look, and red mana. This was going to be my red mana otherwise. Hmm, 2 mana. Loot is all about playing different types of permanents, because the more types of permanents you have other than loot in your lands, the more cards you put into exile at the start of your turn, and the more cards you can play. So, playing things that are 2 types, like an enchantment dryad, is extra good. I got a Ragavan here. It's nice, but I don't really want to, like, bolt this in to dash it out. I'd rather just use all my mana for the Elysian Caryatid. Courtier of Grufix, they play a land off the top. I see a Clothis, that'll be hitting our graveyards. I think Aragorn or Ansrag would both be pretty safe here. I'm gonna go for Aragorn. Have to pay a little life. If I go for Ansrag, the benefit is the Great Henge will be really, really nice. Hey, Clothis. Ooh, a Minskin Boo. I'm gonna bolt that in, because I'm planning on playing a lot of stuff this turn. Big. Well, if I can. Ooh. 3 mana, right? Because... Oh, 4! Oh, it's a mana drain! That's rough. At least we still get the buff. Pippin or Ragavan? Pippin. I'm Pippin for real right now. Jibbity poppity. Ooh, Anim Pakal. I think I'll take the land over Anim Pakal here. Just in case they kill this, so I can play Minskin Boo. Because Minskin Boo and, like, flinging Aragorn could be good. Especially if they're already down to 13. Give me the Aragorn-Azonian. That's us! Aragorn's kind of like a hamster. Yeah, he's kind of like a hamster. What are they gonna do with all that mana? All that mana on the... Oh, Invasion of Ikoria. Do you think they have an Nyxbloom Ancient in their deck? Vorinclex? Oh, a Tali! Well, we already knew it was on top of our deck, so they get Anam Pakal. And... Well, you don't want to Strict Serenade that. They got a counterspell from themselves. Oh, Roxanne! I think you killed the Pippin here, right? Hey, Chip. And not able to give protection anymore means it's going to be harder for me to force the damage through. Roxanne's the mini Inferno Titan. If Inferno Titan ramped, yeah. Stop them from flipping that over.
His words, not mine.
I'm off by 1. I'm off by 1. I just gotta find a red 1-drop off the top. I mean, it's like I can sacrifice here. They'll gain 2 life. They might be able to kill me because I think they have enough mana to flip a Tali. Wondering why I didn't attack first. The answer is because they have an easy jump block. I'm still gonna do that. It makes me feel better. So, hey guys, what's up? Gonna flip that Atali over? Why isn't Aragorn a hamster? We're always asking this. Every day we're asking. Why isn't Aragorn a hamster? So hey, I mean, I don't think Reality Chip needs to attack in, but you know, you do you. Huh? Sure. I mean, it's probably lethal anyway, right? I'll be honest, I'm not doing the math. Yeah, it's lethal. GG loot. Emperor Apatek Intley the 4th. I actually almost had this in this deck. I believe I cut it. Because, yeah, it gets a lot of triggers for us, and it gives Aragorn haste. But it doesn't trigger for a lot of the other cards in our deck, because I'm playing a lot of things that cost, like, 1 or 2 mana. Emperor Apatek Intley IV cares about 4 power, 4 toughness, or 4 mana value. You manage to hit any of those, you give a creature haste, or you gain 4 life, or you seek a creature card, or you do all of them, because you can have plenty of creatures that meet all of those criteria, like Aragorn. Well, I would like to ramp. I think we want the Gruul shock land here. That is not the Gruul shock land. That's the Gruul shock land. Stomping ground for a turn 1 Llanowar Elf. I wouldn't be surprised if they ramp too. Did they untap? No, looks like they're scrying. They don't have a 1-drop. I like both Revels and Rhythm of the Wild. I don't really have to worry about that many counter spells from them. So this is like the go for haste, and this is the go for building out my board. I'm gonna go for building out my board. Ooh, Fanatic of Ronus. Such a nasty good new card. It's in this deck too. We cast Aragorn and we're gonna get a creature. Oh, nice! Okay, this actually gives us an enter the battlefield trigger. It sees Aragorn entering the battlefield and gets me a land. That was so lucky. Yeah, they're saying GG. That wasn't just like a good hit. That was a really good hit. I can say it back. Assuming they're not just like playing a board wipe here, which would be rude. I don't think they are. There are birds arguing outside. I think Burning Tree Emissary. Because it gets us the triggers of all this stuff. You can have the +4/+4. Then Annie joins up. If I had the mana to do in the other order, I would. Yeah. GG. The Necrobloom, a landfall commander that makes plants and then zombies, based on the number of differently named lands you control. I'm going to pop down the Triome first. And this is a slower hand, but I still felt it was worth keeping. Oh, and it just got better with this Black Market Tycoon. This can tap to make treasures, but the more treasures I have, the more it hurts me. Which is fine, you just use them right away. Like, I could just, bam, make a treasure. Cool. I'll play some Ancient Corn. And here's Fanatic of Ronus. Could have also played Aragorn there, but like, I want to gain 4 life off casting Aragorn. And then have even more mana. I want all the mana. Maybe I'll even start with Chulainn. I get more on-cast triggers. No, Amy, that's too much value, too much greed. Ooh, Aftermath Analyst. That's great with all the lands that they put in the graveyard. Oh, dip! And that is an early Primeval Titan. Very early. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sort of mana, depending on how we want to use it. It's a circus of value. Wait, are they killing the Fanatic of Ronus? They are! Okay, they know it taps for too much mana, because it does tap for too much mana. It's a silly card. Ooh, Johnny, who offers me a chump blocker. I would like to gain 4 life. That's so much life. And then I'll play a Johnny. By the way, if a cat dies, there's a bunch of Gruul cats in this deck. If a cat dies, a Johnny flips over. We have red permanents. And then we can start dealing direct damage through even more means. Oh. Ow. Yeah, okay, world's tiniest primeval titan, come on out here. Get 2 lands and double trigger the Necrobloom. That was a really big power swing for them, taking out all the stuff on the board. Also keeping their primeval titan. They did have to pay some life. Like 5 life. But they can get life very easily. There's a bunch of like landfall gain life. Also, they Bajukud my bog. No! Now I can't Fanatic of Ronus. Man. Chulain, help me. Help me out here, bro. They have Dredged. They have Judgment and Hour of Promise going into the graveyard. Ooh, 6. Let them recast these permanents. That Aftermath Analyst has already been popped open. Gotten most of the value. Still play it again. Oh, and they managed to mill more lands. Nice. Yeah, they'll get a lot off that. Small Evil Titan. Still evil, though. I would like to gain 4 life. They dredge, which means they can guarantee getting the things from the graveyard. I kind of like replaying Nissa from the graveyard. Oh wow, they hit 2 lands off the top of their deck with a case. Then cracking the Aftermath Analyst to get all the triggers. They're gonna start by milling. Returning a creature just to hand. That also works. It's kind of similar to using 6's ability. Uses up a bit more mana. Puts more things in the graveyard. Yeah, I think they're just setting up to pop this open. Where's my Surveil lands? No, that's not what I need. 6 and Necroboom getting real scary, yeah. It's okay, we can be kind of scary too, but they have so many chump blockers. I have a few ways to give Aragorn trample. I'll go for 2 life. Double strike it. I'm gonna crack this open. I'm gonna grab the Surveil land. To try and both... Oh wait, did I already use them? Fine. Just green. That's another human. We can, like, return things to our hand, too. Using Chulain's ability. Yep. Yep. They're just going for the lightest block that they can do. Post-combat, I want to make sure I'm tapping you for the mana. Put you back into my hand. Cast you again. Sure. I mean, it's Uro. Uro's quite good. But there are 7 2/2 zombies. And then some. I love that White of the Reliquary can just, like, sacrifice the plants or zombies to make more of them. I'm also eyeing that Shifting Woodland, because that could turn into a creature from graveyard. You could actually... Oh my gosh, you could turn a Shifting Woodland into Aftermath Analyst, sacrifice it, and it would bring itself back. That's so cool! Sowing Myco Spawn. They did not kick it. They will simply not find the hoof on the top of the deck? No, certainly not. Just all these other things. Oh, now I can see what's on top. Okay, replaying. Oh, wait. Next turn, I have Moonshaker Cavalry. They do not have it this turn. They've tapped too much of their mana. They have it next turn. So there's the, sort of a hoof. Unless they shuffle it away. They have at least 3 untapped mana if they want to just, like, I don't know, play the Nissa from grave. Okay, Lotus Cobra. Why Lotus Cobra instead of Nissa? Do I have any board wipes in this deck? Do I look like somebody who put board wipes in their deck? Because no, I didn't. Would I gain 2 life? Sure, I'll gain 2 life. No, and... Actually, you know what? I'll take the Addison's Pilgrim. Feels fairly free. What's this? Could I blink the Moonshaker after it enters the battlefield to double the enter the battlefield trigger? Yeah. Just need to find some trample. One big girl. One very large Aragorn. I mean, we're also just doing a ton of just burn damage here. It's adding up. The classic double strike. One off, yep. They also have the ability to gain life here, though. I showed you my triggers. Please respond. You do not gain 1 life. And, Domri, would you mind killing, It doesn't even make a difference who we kill. Kill the Courser, the 6. Like, no matter what, they can just put the stuff back in hand. Kill 6. Yeah, they shuffled away the cavalry, which is what was going to kill me. Because right now, like, this is not lethal. Maybe with animating some of the lands it is. That has text. Hi, Hobbit. Does it have the ability to give trample? Reach. He gives +1/+1 in reach until end of turn. Oh, hi, Nissa. And they gain some life. And they get some landfall. And they get some more landfall. Does the Selesnya give trample? It has fight, +1/+1 counter, destroy an artifact, or an enchantment. Does it also have a Selesnya mode? It might be like Selesnya Charm that does. Or Gruul Charm? I don't even know if we have Gruul Charm in Arena. Oh, here we go. Dromoka's Command. Prevents damage from an instant or sorcery, sacrifice an enchantment, +1/+1 counter, or fight a creature. So it's not Dromoka's Command. We have Gruul Charm in Arena, but not Boros Charm. Weird. Stop gaining life, please. Oh, they're gaining life because they have Titania. Oh, and they also have Argoth. They're gonna melt. Well, unless they keep taking lands out of the graveyard. Nice Goy. Seven damage. Couple of things at Domri. Couple more things at Domri. We have like one freebie block here. They have a normal number of lands.
I'm not finished with you. Not by a long shot.
I also like bouncing Burning Tree Emissary back into my hand and recasting it. Wait, when did my Tulane die? I don't remember Tulane dying. He died in combat last turn? Oops. Looks like I should have protected him with a jar. My bad. I probably just like missed that he was dying. Who would I draw? Uro. Oh. It's crashing my game capture. I'm so sorry about the visual experience you are now experiencing. Rena, please just let me select things from the graveyard without crashing. Thank you. Arena. Sure is a thing. Oh, sure, I'll gain 2 life. Fairy's Protection and Rhythm of the Wild. That doesn't do it. It's a little bit more damage. Gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the Teferi's Protection completely buys me a turn. Because we can just try to goad them into attacking with everything. Have some Double Strike. You love Double Strike. Make a Garblin. It has to attack. Khajiit, you're going in too, because I want you to. And Aragorn. Oh no, the Boros recruit. We wait until they attack, and then we do this and hope for the best. They have only 46 cards left in their deck to my 70, and I was drawing a lot of cards off that Chulane. Again, I did not realize Chulane was dying unless he died to something else, and I just don't remember. If I had the ability to protect him, I should have done that. Okay, so Titanium melds. All the lands come back from the graveyard into play. They gain life. Boo, gaining life. Ooh, a lot of zombie noises happen. You get Oracle of Moldiah. Land, land, land. There's more lands. Yes, you have not expended all of your land triggers. They can also thin their deck more. And thin their deck and shuffle their deck. Ooh, get Rog Monster. That allows them to, like, draw a card to dredge a card to dredge a card to draw a card to draw a card to dredge a card. Please don't escape shift. I wonder what they could even get back with, like, Shigeki. Moonshaker Cavalry or anything? Maybe they'll grab that, Wrath of God and destroy all their creatures. Please don't escape shift. I actually wonder if they're planning on scape shifting to get every land out of their deck and then killing the World Shaper. You could put Cabaret Charm to give trample. That would be cute. Garruk's Uprising, I like that it draws off Aragorn. The reason I didn't put it in the deck is because it draws off almost nothing else. It's still fine. Curse of Hospitality is definitely more my style, though. Ooh, Finale? Find that hoof. Nice bugs. Scoots of the swarming variety. X equals 15! That's a reasonable number. Whoa! Nice. So, like, I'm not real. I'll gain 1 life. They still do have blockers, but significantly fewer. 2, in fact. Sometimes you just gotta go to Zalfir and say, bye. I'm just protecting my family. Imagine if it was Settle the Wreckage. Oh gosh. Yeah, I think we had lethal on the crackback. Is that why they gave up? Excuse me, I won? Why are you still attacking? I saw you do that. I saw you do that, Crater Hoof Behemoth. GG, Necrobloom. I saw you do that. Satya, Aetherflux Genius. Satya is cloning their creatures. And oftentimes those clones are doing things like exiling my creatures. I also have a Satya deck. I feel Satya's pretty strong. At least I had pretty good results with Satya. It turns out that, like, white and blue things with enter the battlefield are good. And red is there too. There's also just like good red aggro. Aw. I've been bolted. Looks like they're playing with some energy cards. That's neat. Am I feeling Fanatic of Ronus or Llanowar Loam Speaker? Loam Speaker for better fixing. A Johnny who comes with a second kitty cat. I could wait with the Annie joins up. But this way I'm doubling Aragorn's triggers once he's down. Even though I'm not getting triggers off of Annie joins up itself. Yeah, with a triggered ability of a legendary creature you control triggers, it triggers again! Yay! Also, I don't have to worry about a Johnny flipping. And you can flip a Johnny just by cloning him. And Harmonicon. Yeah, let's not. Am I feeling Fanatic of Ronus or the Tiny Hobbit? They could have counter magic. If they do, they do. If they do, they're not casting their other spells during their turn. Hi, Satya. You don't have any tokens to copy. Yeah, the only token. I could even, like, use you to animate a land to make you tap for more first. One, 2, 3, 4. Aragorn. Oh, right. I needed to wait for, I needed to hold up the blue mana. No. There we go. Get those doubles, though. There we go. Perfect. I wanted to use Uro, but this works out just fine. Got loads of mana. We're also down to 11. And Annie joins up, can double these. Actually, is Mentor a triggered ability? Yeah. Could technically double Mentor. Jolted Awake. Ooh, bringing back Panharmonicon. So whose Enter the Battlefield are you getting nasty with? Keith! Hey, Keith. Populating, proliferating, being a legend? You can clone your legends. You just kill the clones. I'll sacrifice my Hobbit to kill Satya here. I'll tap you for lots of mana. Let's see what we get. Triggers, 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 triggers. Some of yours, some of these. We scry. Ooh, kitten. I am gaining life this turn. Swords to plowshares. Hold up. Use that on Keith. I get to draw twice, right? Because that's a legend. Text, text, text. Scrybug, thank you for the sub. Kitty. Tajik. Perhaps reducing their number of blockers, though it does gain them some life. Swinging in. Doing some mentoring. Making some cats. By the way, Because we gained life, we were going to make a copy of every single token we made this turn. So we were going to have a lot of these guys. GG. Kodama of the West Tree. Kodama gives trample to modified creatures. And if a modified creature hits your opponent, you get to search for a basic land and put it into play. This is going to be a stompy little aggro deck. And I don't have anything to play in turn 1, so I'll put the land that comes in tapped. Gallagreeters. I wonder which one I want to play. I think I just want to do a little bit of ramping. Gallagreeters. This can modify by having Kodama enter the battlefield, so they could go like Kodama and just this. Oh, looks like they didn't get a land. So that's what they were probably hoping to do, and it just didn't line up for them. I think Aragorn's pretty safe here because he's a big chunky boy against mono green. So they would need to make this have 5 power if they wanted to kill Aragorn. Sharp-eyed rookie. This makes clues, right? Yeah, investigates and grows if bigger creatures enter the battlefield. I think we can just play a bunch of Gruul spells here. Here's my Gruul Shock. Wait, I don't even need it. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. Alana and Elena, or big old bodyguard. Make my monsters grow! No hesitation. I guess I could bring it up to 1 off from lethal by sacrificing Hajar there, but I don't really need to. Kodama. Malamet. Battle Cliff! Alright. You're gonna get some lands. I can't stop you. But you can't stop me burning your face. Aragorn out here myrtleizing. That's what he does. So anyway, we start blasting. 3 extra damage. A little bit of direct burn ends the game. GG. Bristly Bill Spine Sower, another mono green modify card. But this one modifies itself by putting counters onto creatures when lands enter the battlefield. This card is good. It's really good. And it's aggressive, and it's fast, and it's gonna be a hard race to deal with it. I have a fetch land on turn 1, and I feel like I'm gonna play a Johnny on turn 2. Unless I draw something real nice. I could go for the Surveil land here. But I think a Triumph is going to work out just fine. Let's go for the Spara's headquarters. Someone's ramping. It ain't me. Here comes John. Oh, Johnny doesn't, like, super fit into this deck. It's just a really good aggro card. Sometimes you just gotta play the good stuff. Also, I mean, I have a red commander. That's synergy. There's a couple other cats in the deck. There's a bunch of Gruul cats. Oh, more Landfall. The Lotus Cobra. That gets them 2 more mana. I wonder if they'll play Bristly Bill here. Hi there, Bristly Bill. Didn't get anything really to cast on turn 3, so I'll just sit here and wait. They get the beans. You're right, he synergizes with every card of every color. Bristly Bill, will you please attack in and let me murder my own kitty cat? They could have a fight spell here. Oh, they totally do! Okay, so we're gonna crack open the Flooded Strand. We're gonna grab a Shock Land, because life is a resource, and I'm gonna spend it all night long. And then I'm gonna vanish like a ghost! You can't see me, you can't fight me! The blizzard's too thick! Oh, the audacity. Surprised I didn't put the audacity on Bristly Bill, but I guess you could just start loading all the counters onto the Lotus Cobra. Eeny, meeny, miny, Stormcarved Coast. And, ooh, Tajik or Aragorn? Aragorn. Oh, and winning. I guess a 5/5 was too big for them. Ululek, Fused Atrocity. It's a 5-color and also simultaneously colorless Eldrazi deck. Oh, and if you like Eldrazi, there's a whole bunch of new ones in Arena. I haven't personally built Ululek yet, but I've had a bunch of people ask me to. It feels to me like the kind of deck that can pop off, but is kind of dependent on really early ramp and getting your commander to stay alive. They're exploring. And I'm fetching lands. What do we want? What do we want? Gruul lands. This is like Gruul plus. Gruul plus white. Naya. They have ramped before I could ramp. I guess they also did go first. Wow, yep, they're already up to 4 mana. I could Lightning Helix the elf. Sure. It's like I could set up for Aragorn next turn, but I want to slow them down a little. Claws of Heroes, Arcane Signet, Llanowar Elf, Pippin, Pippin, Llanowar Elf, Pip, Pip, Elf, Elf, Pip, Pippin. I'm pipping for real right now. They're ramping again with a Cultivate. Hey, wait, how did Ulamog get in the graveyard? Wait, I wasn't paying attention. How did you get here? They played... Oh, Surveil Land. Okay, that makes sense. I guess I'll just play Aragorn. If he gets countered, like, bummer. Ugh, Mana Drain of all counters! That's so good for the big colorless deck. Trixie Hobbit says. Should've gone for the Fanatic Aronis. Okay, so you have 10 mana. What are you gonna do with it? Okay, Ulalek. Nothing else, right? Nothing else, right? Glimpse the Core to get another forest. They're leaving up only blue mana, which makes me feel like they just have more counter magic. I'm going to start by playing the Fanatic Aronis because of that. And Zrag! If they had countered this, I would have just had enough mana to bring it back from the graveyard, which would have been so nice. But now I have Anzrag out. I have the ability to give these protection. But if they have something big, and they can also, like, copy it on the stack, that's scary. Very scary. I feel like... I will get the Aragorn out. Yeah. Bloodbraid Elf is going to Cascade. Make Antrag big. Ooh, Flage! I like Flage. Now, if they don't have any creatures here, they just die. Wait, even if they do. Alright, so I'm gonna actually start with the attack in and not bother with the protection. The Cyclonic Rift. I was like so excited, like, I get to hit with Andrag to win the game. No. No, I don't. I only thought that maybe I would be safe from it. Just this once. Just this once. Blue, green, red, white, Aragorn Uniter, me, staring you down, not tapping sussy like at all. Just kidding, yes I am. Die! I still get 3 damage. Yeah, I ain't afraid of these Drazi. I'm almost the same size as those Eldrazi. Bloodbraid Elf. Find, for me, more Gruul spells, please. Seriously, Aragorn's bigger than them. Gruul? Gruul! Yay! Oh, and we can even deal extra damage. GG, Ulalak. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I had fun revisiting Aragorn and getting to add so many new good cards into this deck. There were a lot of really great new multicolored cards from, like, Modern Horizons 3, which meant that this was the perfect time to update this deck. And we got to win a lot of games by using Aragorn's burn abilities. I really do feel like the Gruul part of Aragorn is the best part in Arena, because that ability to just do damage by casting spells is super hard to stop, and unless you're a life gain deck and you're getting a ton of life, you're not going to avoid the huge amounts of damage that Aragorn is dealing. I had a lot of fun getting to rebuild this deck. I didn't even modify my old one, I just rebuilt it from scratch, and I got to put in a lot of new mana too, because now we have fetch lands, and we have a lot of fetch lands. We have enough fetch lands that I didn't even put every fetch land that fetches the colors that are in this deck because there's too many fetch lands. Like, you can see, I only have 2 basics here. If you don't have this many rare lands, by the way, put what you have in and fill in the rest with these mana dorks. As long as the spell is green, it's good in the deck, as you can see with this Aragorn. If you're looking for the deck list, it's in the description of the video. And if you'd like to suggest a commander for me to build or revisit, please let me know in the comments. The one thing I will say is that Chatterfang has been requested quite a bit. And I will be updating Chatterfang when Bloomburrow comes out, but not before then. I know Warren Soul Trader got added to the game, and yes, that is great, and it can go like semi-infinite with Chatterfang, but I'm also going to wait until we get all the new Golgari squirrels, because I like squirrels, and I want to make more squirrels and food tokens to put into the deck. Thank you so much for watching. Have a brawlful day.